Conducted out of Harvard University in 1938, the GRANT study started with 268 sophomores, in other words, 19-year-olds. And the goal of this study was to understand what factors most contribute to human flourishing. Among others, one of the most important things that this study found was just how crucial it was that people took their self-improvement seriously from a young age. Well, if you are watching this video, then you clearly take improving yourself seriously. And that's exactly why I'm going to show you how. But first of all, who am I? Well, my name is Spencer, and I'm the 28-year-old COO of a company that did $30 million in sales in just 30 months. So many young people today are wrapped up in the wrong things. You guys don't even realize how right now they might seem fun, but you are actively building a brain that is weak and slow and fragile. Now, you've seen this before, but the reason why people panic when they're in their late 20s is not only have their decisions led them to be losers, but now they don't even have the cognitive machinery to change that. So they just sit there in panic and anxiety and wish that they did something earlier in life to change their trajectory. But I know that if you're watching this video and you're part of the Must Become Nation, that you want health and wealth and relationships and success and happiness. So do yourself a favor and commit to actually finishing this video and really take in the 4 pieces of advice that I'm going to give you today. The first piece of advice is the 4 M's of routine. The first M is mornings. Guys, I want you to wake up early with a plan. Start doing things before the world is awake and know what you're going to do and attack it. The second M is muscles. Guys, it's super important that you're working out and taking care of your body, because this is the kind of thing that in a couple of years, you'll be so happy you started when you were young. The third M is money. Understand how to make it, understand how to save it. You don't need to make a lot right out of the gate. Don't listen to these videos that say you're going to be making millions of dollars next week. You won't. But just learn how to make a few dollars by creating a system for yourself that can do that. And the fourth M of routine is meditation. I'm not going to go deep into meditation right now, but basically this is non-negotiable. You have to do a minimum of 10 minutes every single day. So again, your routines should be comprised of the 4 M's. Mornings, muscles, money, and meditation. After routines, my second bit of advice is be patient. And look, I know you hate to hear this one because I did too, but you need to learn to practice aggressive patience. Wrestle with yourself when you're getting anxious to make another move or do something else. To be patient, keep putting in the work and understand the results are on their way. The reason why patience seems like you're just wasting your time is that you've been sold by so many salesmen that things happen immediately, but good things rarely happen immediately. They take a lot of time. This is literally why a nice physique or a lot of wealth, this is why these things are so valuable, because they're not easy to come by. You need to stick to them for time, and only after that time do they begin to come to you. But the thing is, if you're patient and you have a regular routine, then you're putting in the inputs and the results are on their way. You just need to wait. They're on their way. The effort is in the forefront, the results, they're coming in the background. The third bit of advice, something you guys need to remember, especially if you're a young man, is that you're just getting started and you're gonna change a lot. Your interests in hobbies, friends, women, life, they're all going to change. And every now and again in life, you're going to have those moments where you realize how much you've changed. It's at exactly those times that you need to take inventory of what's in your life and determine what no longer serves you. You need to learn to have the courage to cut the things when you realize they don't serve you. I promise you that this will rarely be easy, but it will always be worth it. I mean, one day you're gonna go from boy to man, and there's a lot of stuff that comes with that. People begin to expect a lot more of you. You get less passes. You can't just fuck up and expect people to be cool with as much. But that's why, as a man, you need to build every advantage for when you're 30. Have that date in mind for when you're 30 and try and stack every advantage. Like I said, your money, your relationships, your fitness, your health, all of these things. Aim for 30, I promise you. When you try and cash in too early and relax and try and take your foot off the gas, you fuck yourself over, I promise you. Work for when you're 30, and when you get there, your life will be the best that you could have ever imagined. I'm 28 now, and I'm still doing this, and I'm seeing what's about to happen for me. Now, of course, if you want a legit step-by-step guide of exactly how I would go about doing this, check out this video right here. The fourth and final bit of advice I would give young people if they're starting out on their self-improvement journey is to be mindful of your attention. Guys, where your attention goes, energy flows. You really have to use your neck to turn your head in the direction of the person that you want to be. Because quite frankly, there's a war out there for your attention. Lots of businesses are making a lot of money by selling your attention. And the hard pill to swallow is that once it's stolen, it's very, very difficult to get back. Let me explain that point and wrap this video up with an analogy for you. Porn, smoking weed, watching girls twerking on the internet, stupid Instagram pictures, bad decisions, all of this stuff. Every single time you do that, you're not just looking or watching or jerking off, you're training your brain to be that person. You're teaching your body to do those things by default. And I get when you're 19, 20, 21, 22, it might not seem like a big deal. These things might not seem like a big deal. But Picture this. Imagine you have a bunch of jade and you're carving a statue of Buddha. With your chisel in hand, every strike of the hammer, this jade is taking more and more shape. Now, about 20% of the way through, you completely change your mind. Now you decide you want to create a statue of Odin. But of course, you realize how different Buddha's depiction is from Odin's depiction, and so you're gonna need to make some massive changes. You decide to do a complete 360, you're gonna build Odin, not Buddha, you're gonna build a statue of Odin. When the statue is finally completed, sure, it looks a little bit like Odin-ish, but because you started from a completely different place, it's not exactly the way you would hoped that it would turn out. And on top of that, the statue stands a little shorter than you had hoped because you had to take so much jade off from your original Buddha depiction to get to Odin that it just quite doesn't measure up to what you'd hope it would. Now, people come and see the statue, it's in the public eye, and people are kind of unimpressed by its stature and a little confused by its whole identity. Turns out that the statue isn't of Odin at all, or of Buddha. It stands as a pathetic expression of indecisiveness, poor decisions, and wasting of potential. If you're a young person watching this video, I want you to understand something absolutely critical. Every single decision that you make right now is a knock of the hammer onto that chisel that's carving your jade statue. Have the courage to choose the shape that you want it to take, stay consistent, and the statue that you want and you envision will come to life. Now, if you're already making the right decisions as a young person and you just want to ensure that you don't fall off and you don't divert from the path you should be on, then in about 10 seconds, I'm going to throw a video up on your screen that will tell you the things that you need to remember when you're an ambitious person and you want to succeed. So make sure you click on that when this video ends. Guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Spencer with Must Become, and I will see you in the next video.